Hi there, welcome to my channel. My name is Sheena, and today we are doing a pick a card reading, and the title is What Messages does Spirit have for you? So messages from Spirit for you. So first pile, pile 1, is this moonstone pendant. Second pile is this green heart that says love on it. The third pile is this pink flower candle. So feel into these piles and I will see you on the other side. Oh, also, please take what resonates, leave what does not, and use this as inspiration, guidance, or even just entertainment. All right, see you on the other side. Hi there, pile 1. If you picked this moonstone pendant, this reading is for you. And let's see what messages Spirit has for you. So I already pulled a bunch of oracle cards, and yeah, let's see what comes through. So first card, we have Gaia's Garden, fruition, abundance, reaping what you sow. And what I'm really feeling is you are going to find that there's movement forward for you, pile 1. I feel like you're getting some insight already from the divine. Spirit is trying to speak with you, trying to connect with you, helping you to propel forward. This is a time, because I'm being drawn to reaping what you sow, and this is a time for you to reap what you are sowing. But the message here for you is for you to just enjoy being in your surroundings, to enjoy being in your reality. And that could just be walking in nature, that could be just enjoying the work, the creative work that you do, or even just looking up at the sky and enjoying the birds that are flying by. The focus here is on just the enjoyment of life, whether it just be the simple things, or, you know, like looking at the animals that surround you, or just doing the work that you do. Because with that enjoyment, you'll find that heart chakra will open up more. And as it opens up more, there are things that are wanting to come forth for you, that are wanting to be, I'm hearing, shown to you. And part of that is, you know, essences and aspects of your life that are going really well, that are things that are really good in your life. And they're also showing you potential of things that could be going well in your life. So Spirit is giving you this message to pay attention to your surroundings and enjoy those little things, which are the finer things in life. This is a time, or this will be a time for you, of great contentment. I'm really feeling the sunshine in this card, pile 1. And Spirit is wanting you to just kind of keep walking and keep going, because there's more sunshine, there's more light, there's more joy that's coming in for you, that's there for you. It's just a matter of you being in that state to receive. And with that 1-8, right, which is the 18, that number may be symbolic for you, but also what I'm getting is as you stay in the present moment, that alignment, it'll be easier to flow. It'll be easier for you to flow forward, which is the 8 for me. The 8 represents the balance, it represents the flow. And so for you, it's like being in alignment, enjoying those simple things is going to really help you to flow forward and see those wonderful sunlit moments. Let's keep going. Next oracle card. Shadow. Divine Healers, card 25. So you may be having this little dance right now with your shadow self, pile one. You may be feeling it more at night, where that darkness, where the shadow element is enhanced. And I'm being drawn now to this, to the moonstone pendant with this card. And it's like, you may find that those emotions may be amplified for you. But know this, pay attention to the mind, because I'm being drawn to the 2-5, okay, which equals the 7. Spiritual growth, spiritual evolution. Pay attention to your thoughts during the nighttime, because at night, that's when the shadow comes out to play. Not for everyone, but I feel like that's the message coming through with this card. It's like your shadow is coming up for you to see, and you'll find that the mind will start to natter, or if it hasn't already. Pay attention to those thoughts, and remember, you are not your thoughts. It's a computer system. It's just a system, and you are not your thoughts. And do you see the contrast between the light and then the shadow card, the dark? As you continue to move forward, there will be greater balance. Okay? And sorry to go back to that moonstone because I didn't finish there. With the moonstone, it's like this heightened emotion, and the moonstone is there as the feminine energy to help navigate and help to balance the emotional aspect of the self. So if you find that your emotions are rising high, or you may be going through some ups and downs within the emotional state, I'm hearing water, I'm feeling water, will help to soothe the anxiety. It'll help to soothe the emotional tailspin I'm getting. So taking a nice bath, being by the ocean or the lake or a river, or just even drinking lots of water, with the intention of just allowing that water to come in to cleanse, to soothe your energetic state. Okay, key things. But know this, that this mental natter, this play with the shadow, is so important for your soul's growth, because what it's doing is it's creating a more stronger foundation within you that's going to allow more love in. You know, the shadow is not there to be eliminated. There is strength in the shadow. There is balance of the shadow. And so it's so important that we become our own best friends. And that's the good, that's the light, and the dark, and being able to just be good and be okay and be grounded in both with respect. I hope that makes sense. So next card, invention. Ooh, creativity guides, card 26. Give yourself that time to create, to expand without being in the box of your mind. The mind wants control. The mind wants a nice clean box that's structured, that's safe, and it's like your soul wants expansion. And the message I'm getting here from Spirit is, allow yourself to be free. Allow yourself to create without getting in the mind about it and wondering what if, and where is this going to take me, and how is this going to work itself out. Forget about the future. Enjoy this moment and enjoy the creation of this creation. And the creation could be the creation of your life. It could be a creation of a piece of art. or this could be, I'm getting nature again, being out in nature and just enjoying the creation of Mother Nature. Interesting. I really feel like there is a message here. Just if you can, get outside, pile one. You'll get a lot of healing from being outside and being in the sun. But also that creation, that expanding outside of your box and just creating something without utilizing your mind is really going to help set your shadow self free, because it feels like it's been confined, it's been suppressed for some of you, and it needs a bit of a free rein, because when you suppress something, especially for a long period of time, it has a habit of just whoosh, exploding outwards. And it's not necessarily the healthiest way of dealing with it, because why should you expect? Sorry about that, pile one. My phone just completely shut off. So we're back on, and that could be a message for you, is to maybe just shut your mind off for a little bit. Maybe allocate, a day or a couple hours to just shut your mind off and just play. That's kind of what I'm getting here, is to just allow your shadow to be expressed in a healthy way. Next card. Oh, I didn't even show you the cards, my apologies. And my question to you, pile one, when you look at this picture, what do you get from it? What inspiration do you get from this card? All right, so next card that came out is Abundantia, prosperity. The universe is pouring its abundance out to you. Be open to receiving. Again, it comes back to receiving. And you can see the colors here with the yellow and the orange and the red. And to me, like that yellow, like I'm just being brought back here to Gaia's garden, and about receiving and just being in nature and being in your surroundings and allowing that energy to come to you. The message that I'm really receiving here for you, pile one, is that it's time for you to receive. It's time for you to let go of the burdens and receive the abundance. And perhaps it will start with the simple things, as I mentioned before, but you'll find that that will start to increase. The momentum will start to build, and soon you will see physical manifestations of the seeds that were planted, and I'm hearing years ago, and that could be for someone out there. So it's a matter of being open. Spirit is basically asking you to be open to receive. Next card, 7th chakra, Archangel Uriel. You're going through a transformation, pile one, and this is a real good one, because you're transitioning from an old way into a new way. I feel like in the past for you, pile one, you have been doing a lot. And Spirit is saying it's time for that balance now and for you to receive. So allowing, and here we're getting like the crown chakra again. There's a lot of input, information, download that's coming in for you. So we'll receive that, allow that to come in, and listen to your body. If you feel like you need to rest, then rest. Spirit is saying this isn't the time to do, but more of a time to be and allow. Because with that allowance, you're opening yourself up to possibilities of receiving. You may be drawn to a book within the upcoming weeks. Open it up to a page, any page. There's a message in there for you. Or you may just be drawn to a book that you feel drawn to read Follow your heart. You are being guided. Allow it to show you something. And now I'm going to the 4-1, right? So the 41. Yeah, you know, pile 1 with you, like I'm really getting this is just building a stronger foundation for you. This foundation is releasing that old restriction, that old control. And it's okay, because the control you've had in the past is because you've needed some sort of stability, some sort of grounding, some sort of control. And now it's time for you to just let go of that control, because you're safe. You're stable. You're abundant. Look how magical this picture is. How confident, how content she is in this picture. And so that, I feel, is a state that you're moving into. And it's all good, pile 1. Like you're really transitioning into this new phase of your journey. It's just a matter of letting go, but just paying homage, giving yourself that love, those pieces of you that have been suppressed and needing some extra attention, that shadow self. Next card, we have the Well Watcher, Wisdom, Power of the Divine, number 7. Yeah, and then look, you have the owl there on her shoulder. Spirit is with you, pile 1. And there's and Spirit is sending you messages. So pay attention. You may want to do some like cloud watching, or like just sky gazing, and watch what bird flies by you during that time. And if you find that there's a specific bird that keeps flying by, or you keep seeing, you may want to look that bird up as a spirit animal to see what kind of message it has for you. Because I feel like there's just something there in the air. You may be an earth sign, or you may be an air sign, but there's some sort of connection. It's like you're weaving the air element with the earth element. You're building that balance, that grounding between, you know, maybe it's being in your mind and then just coming back to center, being grounded in the present moment. It could be that you are balancing your crown chakra with your root chakra, and really just building that better foundation, that alignment, that energetic alignment. But there's something that's happening with you, and it's a deep dive, pile 1. It's a deep dive. So as you are doing this deep dive into the shadow, Spirit is saying, allow it to be what it is. Allow yourself to be open to the experience. There's nothing to be afraid of. Just look at it with love, and it will show you where it needs that TLC, where you need that love, that extra care. Okay, and then we have the 7 of Swords. And see, we have the birds again. I don't know if that's a crow or a raven, but you may find signs of crows. You may see crows or ravens around you, and know that that's a message from Spirit, letting you know that Spirit is with you, especially during those moments of turbulence. You may find a feather, whether it's a black feather or a white feather, doesn't matter. A feather is a feather. And so you may find a feather, and that feather is there to remind you that not only Spirit's with you, that to stay in the present moment, that they're right here with you in this moment. So stay here in this moment. This is where all the good stuff is. You know what I mean? And then the last card, Medicine Mother. Honor your inner knowing. I love this card. Look at this card. She's stunning. You're building a stronger foundation, pile 1. Yes, there may be moments of turbulent time, but Spirit is saying this is all for your greater good. It's all for the greater good. in a sense of you will soon feel more and more balance and alignment within yourself. And that will impact how you are seeing the world and how you are seeing your current reality. And as you shift gears, as you change your vision, as you open your eyes to the possibilities and the world around you, seeing that the dark isn't necessarily dark or bad, and the light and being out in the open isn't as scary as you once thought. As you open up the possibilities of what you're seeing, you will find that you're all good, and you will see and experience and really, really feel the magnificence of your presence. So Spirit is saying to have patience, take your time through this process, and enjoy this dive within yourself, into yourself, as you understand yourself on a greater level, and you reap some rewards that you've been waiting for. Okay? Really nice reading for you. I'm going to end this reading with empowering questions. This is such a great deck of questions that I find are pretty deep. And so let's end it with a question. And these are questions that you could, that just contemplate or ask yourself. So your question is, what is my life like when it is in balance? Oh, isn't that perfect for you? And that totally goes with this reading. What is my life like when it is in balance? And I think that's going to give you your guiding vision, pile one, through this process. Because this for you is about the balancing of the light and the dark. It's about you coming into greater alignment with yourself. And so as you do that, you know, when you have that guiding vision of what it feels like, what it tastes like, what it feels like in your body, what it is in your mental mind and your mental state, I think that'll just really help your process along. Now, this card came right underneath it, and it said, what larger entity am I a part of? Again, I think this comes down to your guiding vision. Your spirit, your source, your magentic. Magentic? Majestic. Sorry, you know what I mean. But these are just some questions for you to contemplate if it resonates. But pile one, that was your reading, and that was your messages from Spirit. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please give it a like, subscribe if you haven't, and thank you for watching. Take care. Bye. Hi there, pile two. If you picked the green heart with the words love on it, this reading is for you. Pile two. Let's put that right there. Sorry, I had to delete some things from my phone and then reset the camera. So hopefully this is balanced. We'll soon find out. All right, so I pulled oracle cards already for you. Let's get started. What messages does Spirit have for you? First card, Onog. Easy does it. There's no need to hurry or force things to happen. Everything is occurring in perfect time. Ooh. So what I'm feeling right off the bat, choose peace, pile two. It feels like there's a bit of a rush to get somewhere, to get something done, to do something. And Spirit is saying, come back into the heart. Because in the place of the heart is peace. In the place of the heart is surrender. The heart enjoys the journey. The mind wants to get places. And so Spirit is asking you to be open to the situation, open to the circumstances, open to the possibilities that being in the moment, that being in the heart, by releasing control. All right, sorry about that, pile two. Apparently I did not delete all of the files that I was supposed to delete. Okay. Do you have a lot of things on your plate, pile two? It could be that you have a lot of things on your plate. And if that's the case, you may want to look at what does not serve you. What is just taking up space that you don't need and that you can release. And that could be people, that could be projects, that could be, as mine was, photos on my phone, but just stuff that needs to be released. You'll find that as you do that and you release the clutter from your life, it'll give you that sense of peace, that ability to just kind of relax into the moment, relax into the heart space, because there's not so much on your plate. And the things on your plate are the things that really matter to your heart, that matter to your soul, that really just matter. You know what I mean? So that's kind of what I'm getting with you here. Self-care, pile two, self-care. You may have been, I feel like some of you have just, I hate the word neglected. I feel like it's so harsh, but that could be my own judgment on the word. But it's as though like you've forgotten about yourself because you've been so tied up with everything else. And I think it feels like here by releasing that clutter, you'll be able to focus more on yourself and all those different ways that you want to just create and live in the world. And by doing that, it'll just bring peace and really give you the platform that will be really supportive for you. You know what I mean? So this was the card. And put that right there. Now the next card is Kali. Endings and beginnings. The old must be released so that the new can enter. I feel like that's confirmation of letting go of the old stuff that doesn't serve you anymore. It's like you're at a completion point, pile two, and Spirit is saying you've learned so much from your journey this last cycle and further in the past. And now it's time to clear out that clutter and to release that all so you can move forward without that baggage on your shoulders. Some of you may have shoulder pain or tension, or neck tension or pain. Or even I'm getting headaches right now through my frontal lobe, my frontal bone, into my temples. So that could be from the things that you're holding on to, the mental natter that's coming through from the clutter in your world. But as you release that, you'll be able to see clearly. You'll be able to see beyond all of this clutter to really how you want to move forward in your life. And you'll find that you'll be able to focus better, but the focus will not come from the mind. Well, it will, but it's more from your soul. It's from your being. You know, there's a difference. You know, it's like when you're, I guess it's tax season now, right? So like when you're like applying numbers and you're doing numbers and you're doing numbers and you're doing numbers, it's like you just get in that world, right? You get sucked into the world of numbers and you're using your mind and you're getting sucked into the numbers, right? Mentally. Versus being in a space and just physically being in a space and doing something. Can I get an example for something like that? Like a classroom, right? Like you're going into a classroom, you're sitting there and you're learning, but you're being in the classroom, paying attention to the teacher and the information that's coming through. You're not just so in it mentally. I hope that makes sense. So this clearing out is really going to help you to be in your body, be in your presence, and be in the world, okay? And being in the world, you're gonna realize how powerful you are and how expansive you are. That your skills, your talents are so much more than you thought they were. Really nice, pile two. For you, it's like Spirit is saying that you've barely touched on your potential. Barely touched. And as you let go of this clutter, this old cycle, you'll find that as you continue walking within your body, in this newness, without that baggage, you'll be more freer to be open to the possibilities, the gifts that you have, your expression, your being. Gosh, I hope that makes sense. You're going to get a better sense of self, is another way of saying it. Next card. Ooh, creativity. Creativity guides number 37, which comes down to a 10, which again is a completion point. And I think this comes back, like this comes back to here, and then we have the rainbow here, which is the rainbow here. You know what I mean? Which the rainbow to me is symbolic of a completion. You're at a completion point, pile 2, and you have learned a lot, you've grown a lot, and you have expressed a lot. But as you move into this new cycle, it's interesting because you get a chance to do it your way. By taking the tools, the lessons that you learned from the past, casting out the stuff that you don't need, moving forward into the new, and creating this dance, your song, the way that you want to. Look at that butterfly. And that blue to me represents, like, I don't know, like divine power. And so it's now your time, as you let this go, to create this newness. And I'm really getting this newness based on love. Really nice, a more heart-based reality. And this heart-based form of expression. Next card. Ooh, Caring Connections, card 14. 14 may be symbolic for you. And what I'm getting here for you, pile 2, with Spirit. Spirit is saying, it's time for you to give yourself the love that you've been giving to others. It's time for you to enjoy the fruits of your labor and to give yourself that time to just self-care. And as you do, you're going to find that people will be drawn to you, pile 2. And this could be a significant other. This could be a tribe member. This could be a business partnership. But you're in this process of the endings and the beginnings, of the letting go. So as you move forward, pay attention, and Spirit is asking you to pay attention to, this was just very similar to pile 1, this part of the message, which was, pay attention to what is working well. Pay attention to those loving, wonderful things that are in your life. And you'll find that as you do that, more will come up. And that is part of your creativity. You know, as you're building this brand new reality for yourself, it's like, okay, well, I want this, and I want this. I don't want that, but thank you, but I want this, and I want this, and I want that. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's your time to create as you let go of that old stuff. I don't want that, but I want this. You know what I mean? So, next card, we got Swan Spirit. Time for a deep dive. That's right under Easy Does It, and I'm hearing honor yourself. Pile 2, you are a beautiful swan. And Spirit is saying it's time for you to honor that. So many times in the past, you've taken care of others. You've put others before yourself. And now it's time for you to honor you and take care of you. You're being taken into a new timeline, a new transition point. And so allow yourself to glide into that newness. Shedding that old skin, shedding those pieces that don't serve you, because you're entering a new territory. I feel like with you, Pile 2, you've had lessons, perhaps turbulent or difficult ones when it comes to relationships, but you are moving into a time into more stable, more comforting, more loving, and more balanced relationships. Allow yourself to be taken there, because you're going into the new. Next card, 9 of Pentacles. Check that out. Yeah. It's time for you to have fun. Pile 2, Spirit is saying it's time for you to lighten up a little bit. Enjoy the ride a little bit at this point. You know, usually at endings, I shouldn't say that, let's rephrase that. You've done the work. It's time to float and release the old. That doesn't require much physical action. You're not at that stage, and that's why they're saying easy does it. There's no need to hurry, there's no need to rush. You're just floating at this point. And as you're floating, enjoy your surroundings, enjoy the things around you. And notice it's like she's picking this one over here, right? There's this one, but she's picking that one. No, I want this one, because there's the dove up there. That one brings her greater peace. That one matches her energy. See the white and the white. She's going to pick the one that matches her, that supports her. Not one that's just bright and shiny. So Spirit is asking, what supports you, Pile 2? What nourishes your heart? What nourishes your body? What gives you mental peace? Go in that direction. Next card, Arrow. Surround yourself with protective energy. So I'm getting 2 messages here. Number 1, the first thing that came through was the arrow. Stay focused on your goals. Stay focused on that vision that you want for yourself. Follow the thing that matches the energy that you want to carry. Follow the energy that is your future, that you really want, that you choose for yourself. What brings that lightness within you? Follow that. It's the arrow. But also, when it comes to relationships, boundaries are key. You know, as I said before, there were times where it wasn't reciprocated. The energies, the relationship wasn't reciprocated. Now it's a different place. You're a different person than you were before. You've learned the lessons. And as you continue to move forward, it's easier for you to set boundaries. You just have to choose them now. You don't need to prove anything to anybody. You don't need to do anything to prove worthiness. That's for someone out there. You just need to be you. And so boundaries are key for you, Pile 2. As you go through this transition, there may be some sensitive points for you, and those boundaries will really help you to get through it. But also being flexible. I'm drawn to the circles, which to me represents, yes, completion, as I spoke about before, but also just the flexibility, allowing it to just kind of flow. Those are key points for you. Now, last card, the Chess Queen, Trust, Strategizing, card 30. And I'm drawn back to that creativity card of painting and the guitar and so forth. And it's like, how do you want to create the next phase of your life? This is your time to strategize. I would recommend, I'm seeing like just writing in a journal. So you may want to do some creative journaling, put some music on that like just floats your boat, that gets you really happy, and just start to do some automatic writing. See what flows through. If you're not sure about what your next steps are, what you want to do, what will really make you happy, being in that happy state and just automatically writing will just help you to just release what's been blocking, but also allows that creative flow to come through and give you, you know, just allowing that creative flow to come through to give you better insight. All right. And then also I'm hearing trust the journey. I feel like with you, pile 2, you've had a rough go. This last cycle has been pretty intense. But let me tell you, you're shining bright. You are shining bright, no matter how it's put you down. So give yourself that time and rest, because when it's time to move, meaning when that flow picks up and it's time to kind of ride that wave again into this new chapter, you're ready. So there's no need to hurry right now. There's no need to force things right now. It's all happening. You're flowing through it. And trust. Trust that Spirit has your back. And those moments where you may see the 30 as a sign from Spirit, or 333 is what I'm getting. You might see, and that's a sign from Spirit. So notice your state at that point. You may be hurrying a little bit or in your mind too much, and that's Spirit saying to you, ground. Or there's a message in there for you. All right? So I'm going to end this reading with these empowering questions, which I find are really nice and really deep. So let's see, let's see what Spirit wants you to contemplate. What question does Spirit want you to contemplate? Pile 2. Pile 2, please, Spirit. A card, okay. What kind of routines or habits limit my experience of everyday life? Oh, this is the clutter we're talking about. So I'm going to read it again. What kind of routines or habits limit my experience of everyday life? Endings and beginnings, my friend. That's your message, pile 2. All right, so that is your reading, Messages from Spirit. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching. If you liked this reading, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, I'd love to have you. Yeah, and thank you for watching. Take care. Bye. Hi there, pile 3. If you picked this pink flower crystal, pink flower candle, this reading is for you. So let's get started. Let's put that right there. And we're starting with, well, I pre-shuffled already oracle cards for you today. And let's see what Spirit has to say. Messages for you from Spirit. First card, the Wise Woman of Wonderland. Integrity, compromise. Card 21. Love it. That's your card. Hopefully you can see it. Sorry about the light. I'm hearing congratulations, you've made it. And what I'm getting here is that you've reached this point, like pile 3, I feel like you've done, pile 3? Yes, pile 3, you've done a lot of work. And look at that, 2 to 1, which equals a 3. You have done a lot of work. And you are such a wise soul and wise spirit. You've gone through a lot, not only in this lifetime, but also in previous lifetimes. But all of it has taken you into this moment. And this moment has allowed you, this moment is this time for you to smell the roses. Yes, I do realize this isn't a rose, but it is a flower. This is your time to really enjoy and have and really taste that satisfaction of knowing that you have made it to the other side. If you don't feel like that right now, Pile 3, stop and smell the roses. There is something there for you that you have yet to acknowledge. There's something there in your surroundings, within yourself, that you have yet to acknowledge. And that could be that you have gone through a major hurdle in your life and you have survived it. And Spirit is saying you haven't just survived it, you have conquered it. Rejoice in satisfaction and in celebration. For some of you, you're being asked to hold your integrity, to hold your authenticity. And by that, I mean, you may feel that you have had to hold, like to have a mask on. And that could be with certain people, that could be with jobs, that could be, you know, with just life. But Spirit is saying, stop and smell the roses. Get back into you. Because as you do, your authenticity, your integrity can't help but shine through. But it just comes back to the same message, which is stop and enjoy the roses. Within that moment, there's something in there for you. It's like you've yet to really realize how much you've accomplished. Oh, I'm feeling that in my heart, into my throat, and up to my mind. It's like there's something that you have yet to realize what you've done, and it was big. And you may not think it's big, but it is. Like you've gone through something and you've overcome it. And it's not just, oh yeah, I've overcome this. It's like you've impacted, I'm hearing grid lines. You've impacted ancestral patterns. You've impacted karmic cycles. You have impacted, your own physical, emotional, mental state. You've changed it in a way where you're a lot stronger than you think you are. All right, next card. Bridget, don't back down. Stand up for what you believe is right. Look at Bridget. She's like this firecracker. She's like this, superhero. It's crazy. She's so fierce. And I feel like you carry that energy, Pile 3. You have that fire in your heart. Some of you are indigo children. And what I'm getting here is as you hold your integrity, you hold who you are, which is not like anybody else. That fire within your heart gets stronger. And as that gets stronger, as you get stronger within yourself, the world can't help but to surrender to you, mold to you, if that makes sense. You're blossoming, Pile 3. You're blossoming. It's quite lovely. And this blossoming is creating greater strength for you. I feel like you've already blossomed, but it's like almost like the last piece where you haven't really recognized that you have. Or maybe you have slightly, but it's like really honor it. I'd recommend just do like a day of celebration for you, even an evening. And I'm seeing it like underneath the moon or something. But just basically a moment, or a day or whatnot of just like serious self-love and recognition and celebration for everything that you've come through and this person that you are in this moment. You know what I mean? Next card, we have Cornucopia. This is what you have waiting for you, pile 3. Spirit is saying the fruits of your labor will be revealed to you. As you continue to move forward in this new skin, in this new realization, and you see the 11 card, which is the 2 pillars to me, which means like a nice, solid, balanced foundation. As you continue to move forward, it will be shown to you. You have blossomed, you know, or you are in the middle of blossoming. And so keep moving towards the new, and keep your eyes towards the sun. If you have a moment, I've said this to all piles, it's just because this is just what I'm getting, which is get into nature. Mother Nature is so healing. You know, I feel like she has all of our answers, all of the healing modalities that we need, and we have yet to really fully see that and acknowledge it. But I feel like nature for you, that's a side note, nature for you is really key if you can get out there. It'll just help you to just clear out that past. Next card. We have Pleasure, Divine Goddess. Look at that. Spirit is saying, get outside and play. Try to get out of your old routine as you move forward, because that old routine represents the past. And you are not your past. You are beyond your past. You're done. And so it's like, move forward, get outside, go play with people, and bring that lightness back. That lightness that you are. Because pile 3, you have a very pure, light spirit about you. And it's like you need to just be out and playing and having fun and not having those boundaries around you. And you'll find that as you do that and rejoice in, you know, the pleasures of life, and that could be food, that could be, you know, just hanging out with friends or going dancing, although I know dancing isn't quite, you know, something that we can do right now. But who knows, this is a timeless reading. As you do, you'll find that you'll transform more and more. And if anything, it's not so much it's just like the residual stuff that needs to be let go of. And as you continue to not do the same stuff that you used to do, and you just decide to take different pathways, you'll find, look, you got the flowers again, that you'll be releasing the past completely. Endings. You're releasing the past completely so you can move into the new. Next card. Antelope Spirit. Life is speeding up. Okay, I remember when I pulled this card, I didn't look at the cards as I pulled them, but this one flipped over, and the way that it fell, it was interesting. It was like I had to be really quick to grab it before it fell on the ground. And to me, that in itself was the message, was part of the message. I feel like literally life is speeding up. As you let go of the past, pile 3, you'll find, and you stay in alignment, you stay centered, life will continue to speed up. It's going to get faster for you. And that's not a bad thing. It's a good thing. Try to stay out of the mind, Spirit is saying, because you've already got this. Allow the pace, allow the flow to take you. As you continue to move forward, know this, that there are possibilities that will be coming your way. How do I say this without... I don't know how to say this. But basically, pay attention to the possibilities around you, because some of them will be quick and fleeting, but they will be possibilities. They will be opportunities for you. So the more present you are, the more you'll be able to see them and grab them. All right, pile 3? But you'll find that as you continue to move forward, you play, you start to do things differently, right? You're holding more greater integrity within yourself because you're no longer using your mind. Your mind doesn't have those same pathways in the brain because the mind's never done this before. You know, instead of going left all the time, you go right and you go around this way. Your mind's not used to that way. You're shifting gears. You're being more present. You're being more aligned. You're being more in the moment. You're firing that heart up. Life will start to take you. Opportunities will be presented to you. Allow it to come. You are ready. Next card, 6 of Pentacles. Balance is key for you, my friend. Balancing of, yes, the giving and the receiving. The giving and the receiving, this could be for people. This could be for yourself. This could be you and the environment. Regardless, it is you and your environment. And that could be you and your internal environment, giving yourself that love, that respect, that reverence. That could be the dynamic between you and others. Is it balanced? How can I balance this better to have less compromise? But also, if I'm to compromise, what is a great win-win for all of us? You know what I mean? But it's like you're shifting gears. To me, it kind of looks like gears as well. Like you're shifting gears, pile 3. You're moving into this newness. It's so exciting because to me, it's like you just have to be light about it as you continue to move forward. That's what Spirit is saying. It's like I just keep being drawn to this wise woman of Wonderland. If you were the wise woman of Wonderland, how would you be acting in this world? You'd be enjoying this world, right? Following your heart, dancing around. I don't know. All right. Next card. Seer. See beyond the current situation. Your reality may not reflect what you feel inside. What your knowing may know, and what you truly desire. And Spirit is saying that's okay. Don't focus on what's ahead. Focus on that guiding vision. Focus on, for some of you, you have really heightened intuition. And this is a great opportunity for you to strengthen that. And for some of you, there's a purpose of this. There's a purpose for the situation because it's for you to use your intuition and not be using the mind so much. And usually Spirit does that because you have a really strong intuition and you just haven't used it. And it's time for you to use your spiritual gifts. That's what I found anyway. And so for you, I feel like, you know, Spirit is giving you this opportunity right now to really enhance your intuition. And it comes with the lightness. Pile 3, it's like, don't be so hard about it. Do you find that you get tightness through the body? You may find that there's a correlation with when you're stressed, how tight your body feels. You'll know if you're resisting by how tight your body feels. And that's why I feel like Spirit is saying dance. Enjoy your life, be playful, smell the roses, lighten up. Because as you lighten up, the clarity will come. there's no need to, you know, there's no need to be right. There's no need to like get things done. It's just allowing it to transpire. Allowing yourself to blossom. Ah, and final card, narrow pathway, trade thoughtfully. You may find, pile 3, that you don't know exactly where your next steps are. You may feel a little fogginess. But as I said, there's a reason for that. You're being asked to use your intuition at this time, not the mental mind. I feel like for some of you, you have gone through cycles over and over again, repeatedly. And so it's like, to try something new is a little daunting. And, you know, it's easy to get into a control mode of, you know, wanting things done in a specific way to make sure that it's done correctly or whatnot. But Spirit is saying, remember your integrity. Remember who you are deep down within your heart and work from that space. You'll find that as you work from that space, the clarity will come. And the path ahead doesn't need to be so narrow. Things don't need to be so structured. It will just work itself out. Like cornucopia. All right, to end your reading, pile 3, I'm using these empowering questions cards. I really like them because they are just like some really deep, thoughtful questions. So let's ask Spirit, what question would you like pile 3 to contemplate or consider? For pile 3, please, Spirit. Oh crap, hold on. Let me just pause this for a second. All right, sorry about that, pile 3. I know, I paused this a couple times with you. So the question for you, how do I show love to myself and to others? I love that. How do I show love to myself, to others? How do you do that, pile 3? I feel like that question really activates the heart. It's a real heart activator, because how you show love to yourself and to others, really, like showing love is an expression of the heart, right? And I think that'll tell you a lot about your heart and what makes it expand and what makes it grow and give you some information and feedback about yourself and what you need in your world. Very nice. All right, pile 3, that was your reading. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it helped you. And please do like the video if you liked it. Subscribe if you haven't and feel like you want to. And thank you so much for watching. Take care. Bye.